On March 27, 1977, the Los Rodeos Airport in Tenerife, Canary Islands, became the site of the deadliest aviation accident in history. Two Boeing 747s, KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736 collided on the runway, claiming the lives of 583 people. The disaster sent shockwaves throughout the world, exposing vulnerabilities in air traffic control and prompting significant changes in aviation safety protocols. The Tenerife airport disaster, as it came to be known, serves as a stark reminder of the catastrophic consequences that can arise from a confluence of unforeseen events. This tragic event was not the result of a single failure but rather a chain reaction of unfortunate circumstances. A bomb threat at their original destination, Gran Canaria Airport, had forced both planes to divert to Los Rodeos, a smaller airport ill-equipped to handle such large aircraft. The sudden influx of flights led to congestion on the tarmac, further complicating an already tense situation. The stage was set for disaster. The Canary Islands, known for their idyllic beaches and volcanic landscapes, were far from peaceful on that fateful day. A bomb threat at Gran Canaria Airport had thrown air travel into disarray, diverting flights to the smaller Los Rodeos Airport in Tenerife. Among them were KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736, two Boeing 747 jumbo jets carrying hundreds of passengers eager to reach their destinations. Los Rodeos, nestled amidst mountainous terrain, was ill-prepared for this sudden influx of large aircraft. The airport's infrastructure, designed for a much lower volume of traffic, was overwhelmed. Its single runway and limited taxiways became increasingly congested as diverted flights arrived one after another. The atmosphere was tense, a palpable sense of urgency hanging in the air as ground crews worked tirelessly to manage the chaotic situation. As if the diverted flights and overcrowded tarmac weren't enough, a thick fog began to blanket Los Rodeos Airport. Visibility plummeted, casting an eerie silence over the airfield. Pilots struggled to navigate the taxiways, their normally routine movements made treacherous by the dense fog. The once familiar runway lights blurred into an indistinguishable glow, adding to the growing anxiety. Time was of the essence. The KLM flight, eager to resume its journey and minimize further delays, was under pressure to take off as soon as possible. Its crew, aware of the limited fuel reserves, grew increasingly impatient with each passing moment. The fog, however, remained an unyielding obstacle, shrouding the airport in a blanket of uncertainty and escalating the tension to a fever pitch. The fog-shrouded runway at Los Rodeos became a scene of confusion and miscommunication. The combination of limited visibility and congested taxiways created a perfect storm for disaster. Air traffic control, struggling to keep track of multiple aircraft maneuvering in close proximity, issued instructions that were misinterpreted or misheard in the chaotic environment. The KLM crew, having received clearance to taxi to the end of the runway, mistakenly believed they had also been cleared for takeoff. This critical misunderstanding, compounded by the poor visibility and pressure to depart, set the stage for the tragic collision that would unfold in a matter of seconds. Section 5, Fateful Misinterpretations. The KLM pilots, confident in their interpretation of the air traffic control instructions, initiated their takeoff procedures. Unbeknownst to them, the Pan Am jet was still taxiing along the same runway, hidden from view by the dense fog. Both crews, relying on a combination of instruments and limited visual cues, were unaware of the other's position. In the cockpit of the KLM flight, excitement filled the air as the plane began to accelerate down the runway. The roar of the engines drowned out the faint radio transmissions from the Pan Am crew, their desperate warnings going unheard. In a matter of seconds, the two massive aircraft, hurtling towards each other through the dense fog, were on a collision course. The impact was catastrophic. The KLM's landing gear, still retracting after takeoff, sheared through the upper deck of the Pan Am jet, ripping open a gaping hole in its fuselage. The KLM, its underside engulfed in flames, careened down the runway before crashing and exploding in a fireball. The force of the impact sent shockwaves through the airport, shattering windows and sending debris flying hundreds of feet. The scene that greeted first responders was one of utter devastation. The once bustling airport was now a smoldering graveyard, littered with twisted metal and the remains of the victims. Emergency crews, working tirelessly in the face of unimaginable horror, struggled to extinguish the raging fires and tend to the injured. Amidst the chaos and carnage, stories of survival emerged, offering a glimmer of hope in the face of tragedy. Joni Feathers, a young woman traveling on the Pan Am flight with her boyfriend Jack Ridout, found herself at the heart of the disaster. Having sensed danger moments before the collision, she had urged her boyfriend to fasten his seatbelt, a decision that likely saved their lives. Thrown from the wreckage upon impact, Joni witnessed the horrifying spectacle of the KLM plane exploding, describing it as an atom bomb. Despite her injuries, her law enforcement training kicked in, guiding her actions as she navigated the aftermath. She helped other survivors, guiding them to safety amidst the burning wreckage, her courage and quick thinking shining through the darkness. The Tenerife airport disaster stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of human error. It shares a tragic kinship with other notable plane crashes throughout history, each leaving an indelible mark on the aviation industry and the world. The 1985 Japan Airlines Flight 123 crash, which claimed 520 lives, exposed the dangers of improper aircraft maintenance, while the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 in 2014, with 239 souls on board, highlighted the limitations of tracking technology. These tragedies, though separated by time and circumstance, serve as somber reminders of the inherent risks associated with air travel. They underscore the importance of constant vigilance, rigorous safety protocols, and an unwavering commitment to learning from past mistakes. The Tenerife airport disaster, in all its tragedy, served as a catalyst for significant changes in the aviation industry. The investigation that followed exposed critical flaws in communication protocols, highlighting the need for standardized phraseology and improved training for air traffic controllers. The disaster also led to the widespread adoption of ground radar systems at airports worldwide, providing controllers with a clearer picture of aircraft movements on the ground, even in low-visibility conditions. The legacy of Tenerife lives on in the countless lives saved by these advancements in air travel safety. The lessons learned from that fateful day continue to shape the industry, driving a relentless pursuit of accident prevention and a commitment to ensuring that such a tragedy never happens again. The skies are safer today because of the sacrifices made on that foggy runway in Tenerife, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the unwavering pursuit of a safer tomorrow.